Hey everybody, exciting stuff. I wasn't going to make a video today because I made my was Halo 5 successful video yesterday, but then 343 just randomly drops the 4th development update for MCC, so I quickly wanted to make a video about it because one very big key thing was announced, and that's all the playlists that are going into the game have been announced, and it was a revised list a little bit after this blog post went up. But I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, get your guys' feedback so I can pass it on to 343 because they've asked for my feedback as well. Just a playlist you would like to see, and whether you guys agree with my opinions or not. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so I've put up the playlist list, that's a tongue twister, of the revised list that has been updated since the blog post by Postums at 343. He took a lot of community feedback on board, just refining the playlist list so it could be what the community wants moving forward. But I'm going to show you the initial concept list and then compare it to this one. So I'll just quickly open that up. And it was pretty bland. I think it's... So the initial list that they had was only ranked 2v2, social 4v4 for CE. They had hardcore, social for Halo 2. Halo 2 Anniversary is just 4v4, which is fine. You could have Halo 2 Anniversary BTB stuff in the Halo 2 playlist anyway, but I'll cover that in a second. Halo 3 would be Ranked Team Hardcore, which is your MLG, Social 4v4, and then your Big Team Battle, and then finally Halo 4 would be Social 4v4. First and foremost, you're probably wondering, and the one big difference compared to the other list, let's pull that back up, is you have Big Team in Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and nothing for Halo 4. Compared that to the initial list where it's only on Halo 3, their first idea was to have a rotational big team battle playlist where you could play Halo 1 one week, Halo 2 the next week, Halo 3 the next week, and then Halo 4 finally. Just like on Halo 5 how they have the rotational playlist, but just on MCC. Now I thought this was a really good idea, and a lot of the Halo 3 diehards are going to hate me for this, but I just didn't think there'd be a population to support each of the individual big team battle playlists. Now the CE playlist, the 2v2 one on MCC, isn't very populated as is, and I doubt you can have 8 people searching. I just don't think it's going to be supported. I wouldn't love to say, yes, there's definitely the population for it, put all these playlists in, it's all going to be running smoothly. I just don't think that's going to happen. I'd even be willing to settle that you can keep the Halo 3 BTB playlist permanently, but then rotate Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo 4 in periodically. It would just give it a break so you could kind of funnel the Halo 2 and 4 players to Halo 1 and vice versa. So you'd have the population to be supported across all of the games and it's not going to die out. This leads into my second point that 343 said that they're going to periodically, again, rotate the playlists, not just BTB but just playlists in general. Instead of doing it once every 3 years like having Halo 3 Driftball in for an eternity, they're actually going to have a lot of rotational playlists. So if you do want a particular playlist, I think Living Dead and Driftball are the two that have been spoken about on the Waypoint forum so far. But if there is this particular playlist that you guys would like to see, please leave it in the comments below so then I can send the list straight to them and then be like, ooh, we like this one, we like that one, and then they can kind of narrow it down from there and make a solid rotational list exactly like they've done with Halo 5, and then give us a notification going forward of what's going to go live when. The very last thing I want to talk about before I move on to the rest of the blog post is the intelligent delivery system that 343 is working on, so you can only install the games you want. So if you don't like Halo 4, you don't have to install it, etc. But there's one slot at the end. I don't know if you can see it because my webcam's in the way, but I'll just go up and down a bit. As you can see it there. There's a little box at the end, and so it looks like it's not completely filled. And this is just a conspiracy theory, and I could be completely wrong, but I would love to see Halo Reach added to the Master Chief Collection at E3. They announce it. It revitalizes the game, it pumps heaps of new players back into the game, it works, and you basically revitalize something that was considered dead, and you'd have a heap of new players, like I just said. Just seems like a smart business move, and I would love to play Halo Reach 60 FPS. I love the Reach MLG, no bloom, no sprint settings that were released by 343 at the end of Reach's lifespan. I also liked Reach BTB, I was a BTB kid back then, so it'd be really cool to see those things added. The final thing I want to talk about in this blog post that is very, very important is the quit penalties, the ranking systems, and overall party matching in MCC. And they said that the ranking system, it was going to really depend on the population of the game, as I said. really playlist population dependent, because 1 to 50s can match each other in hardcore, but then you go to something like the Halo 2 or Halo 3 playlist and it's kind of a bit stricter. But as I said, with the playlist selection as well, it all boils down to the population of the overall game. That's why I think Reach would be a very good idea to have that as well, so see it come full circle. But they said definitively that bans will be a lot stricter because of the intelligent delivery system. You kind of pick what you want to play, so if you're still habitually quitting and you're really just ruining the experience for everyone, they're really going to penalise you hard. Skill matching, again, depends on the population. It all boils down to that. And last but not least, they've kind of raised the confidentiality that was associated with the MCC Insider program. I saw that Nated was streaming the Halo 3 head-to-head playlist, so I kinda think I might be able to record gameplay now and maybe post it. I'm still waiting for 343's reply on that. Fingers crossed that they go for that. Very excited for the second flight test. I'm going to be region locked again, so I've hit up a lot of US players and they've been kind enough to play with me. So I'm actually playing with Green Skull, which is awesome. But yeah, if I can record gameplay, expect gameplay on it. If I hit clips, maybe a montage. Don't know yet. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what playlist you'd like to see, and then I'll make a little list and send that on to 343, and maybe it'll kind of change your opinion on some things. And yeah, see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.